Hey, Book Dragons. This is Book Talk with Kay. I'm your host, Kayla. I'm here with my co-host, Deb, Joe, and tonight we have a very special guest, fantasy author, Baylie Reed. How's it going, ladies?
Hi, Baylie.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
It's going. Slow going.
Yes, it's going.
Slow going.
It's Monday.
I'm typing.
You're typing?
I'm typing.
Ooh.
Typing
Multitasking.
or writing?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So, Baylie, you've had writer's block for, the last month?
Yes.
Well, with school and everything starting back, I get it, But last night you went live to talk about your book and hopefully got the juices flowing again. Did last night help with your writer's block?
It for sure did. I feel like I didn't get much done, but I started talking about a lot of different things inside of the story and kind of getting the inspiration going again, kind of helping myself dive back into the world. I feel like it's the same thing as when you're reading a book, and sometimes you have to take a long pause. Sometimes you need a refresher, or even like a good TV show. You know, they have the recaps at the beginning. Should start
Sure.
leaving myself recaps.
Yeah, I liked when you talk about the map and the world. I think it helped everybody get a better idea of the world that you're building.
I definitely think that helped too. I realized like I'm building this map, and I'm trying to create a whole world, not just like a continent. And so I'm like, I need more space in between. Like, these people are supposed to be traveling for days. Like, if the land is connected, like how far actually is it? So it gave me a better idea, like where I need to revise the map.
Well, yeah, and you're getting towards the end of the first book, starting to drop hints for the second book. So did seeing the world help you get more ideas for how to do the spacing better?
Yeah, I'm always trying to like Easter egg things, and there's always I'll be writing and I'm like, oh well, that could be a great Easter egg for this situation that could be coming up. And sometimes the Easter eggs just stumble upon me. So I Easter egg myself sometimes.
So you're creating a new, whole world. Do you, start out with, a map and build it, or are you building it as your story goes?
So for me, I basically I had
I
a dream
always
one night.
wondered.
I had a dream one night, and I just kind of I want to say I bumped out 40 pages when I initially started writing this a couple years ago. And those 40 pages came from that one dream. They just kind of snowballed on top of each other. And I think I had come up with a world name and stuff, but at the time I didn't have a map. And even now I'm still uncertain of what I want the world to look like. And I mean, I can always do revisions as I go. I think in the story, if something makes more sense than how it currently is. But all of the things that I'm the world and everything just kind of it's almost like it just flows out of me. I can't even tell you in particular where the inspirations come from.
Do
I
you
always
think,
wondered how authors did that.
yeah,
Build a whole new world. I've seen some maps in some books. You can obviously tell that they're, are continents. They've just renamed them. And then other authors are whole new creations.
And that's really honestly, like, as a brand new author, like, that's a question I have too, because I'm like, all authors are different when it comes to writing. Some do outlines and some kind of just let the story flow out. And, with the first drafts, you're just trying to get pen to paper, and you're going to have to go back in and you're going to have to look at it a million more times. But for me, I just kind of like let things flow. I've never outlined. And so I'm always curious about what other authors are doing as far as the maps go. Is that like the very first thing that they visualized? Or is that something they did at the end? Because I also know with like cover art and stuff, or like even titles of books, like some authors have an exact title before they even start writing. And some don't even know what the title is going to be until the story is done.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's just all in what gets your creative juices flowing, I guess.
So if you don't storyboard, like, because you're going to have 3 books, if you don't, like, do your storyboards and stuff for each book, how do you know that what you need on your map right now? Like, or can you change it in between, I guess?
That might be the thing I'm tripping and falling over right now, is not having like a structured outline. I'm trying really hard to like try and build like a structured outline, but it just bores me so much.
I was just going to say, that would drive me insane doing stuff like that.
It feels almost stifling.
Yeah.
Like I can't, it almost, but it's also good in essence of like, I've looked at the outlines and I've kind of thumbed through the things that I should be thinking about. And it's reminded me of things like the world, like the politics in the world, like, the kind of the gravity of like, what do things look like? I've not really thought of how did the world become, like, how did it become? So it's kind of like helped me gear more into like the world building aspects that I've not thought about yet.
Yeah,
So
see, that would be hard for me not to have that structured, because you can always change like the little details, but I think I would still want it to be like, well, this first book's going to be whatever, the second book's going to be here, this is going to happen. Like, that would drive me insane. But some people need that. We've talked to plenty of authors that just go with the flow.
yeah, it sounds like maybe you feel like you'd be constricted or boxed in if you had like a storyboard or an outline. You maybe feel like you couldn't move away from it.
I mean, you could do something loose, like
Well, yeah, I think, because I was just getting ready to say, like, the loose thing. So, like, at the beginning of my document, I have, like, a page that's just, like, anytime an idea pops in my head, I write it down. I, like, write down, like, oh, this could happen here, or, oh, I need to fill in this plot hole. Like, it's, like, a myriad of all kinds of different things. And as I go, not all the time, but as I go, if I've, like, kind of completed that idea or brought it in, I've started to kind of take it off the list.
It's like a brainstorming page.
Yeah.
I hear her typing again.
Sorry, I was thinking like you could, like, book 1, like what Kay was saying, book 1 can go up until this point. But do you have that already?
So yeah, I kind of have like a loose outline. Like, I kind of know how I want this book to end to be able to pick up into the next one. And I also like loosely know, like, and this one, I don't want to like regurgitate too much world building down your throats. Like, I want to be able to kind of pace that and build it up through the books, so you're constantly like learning about the world. So in the second book, I think it's going to be more of like more related around the like the creation of the planets, if there was gods or goddesses, like kind of like how that all will work. And then, of course, the last book is like the finale. And I already kind of know what I want the very end. Like, I wouldn't call it a plot twist because you're going to have all of the answers, but it's going to be one of those really fun, like, things that you didn't see coming. And it's just going to be like an oh my gosh moment.
I don't know how I feel about this.
And that just stressed me out. Like, what?
No, you will for sure have like all the answers by the end of the book. But I don't think anybody's going to expect to see the ending coming.
Great.
It reminds me of like the difference between Akatar and Throne of Glass. Like Throne of Glass spent too much time on the world building and you got bored with it. And
I don't know.
Akatar
I
has
read
a
that
little bit.
series 2 times.
But this just goes to show you, I mean, from an author's perspective, how different it is compared to other people's and how unique the reading experience is. Like, truly, it is so vast
Yeah.
according to whomever. Like, there's not, one person will think it's too much world building and the other person's like, oh, I love all the data. I love all of it.
Deb's a history teacher, for those that don't know, so she likes all of the facts.
Yeah.
I love history.
I do too. I like the weird history too. All the
Oh
little
yeah, that's like my fave.
nitty gritty stuff that you don't really wouldn't have found out before.
All of the facts you don't need to know, but you want to after you find out what they are.
Yeah. Yeah. I like historical fiction too.
Oh, that's a good one. Those are sometimes like the best reads.
Wait,
Yeah.
nonfiction is real.
Right.
Yeah.
I never did understand that. I
I
always
know.
thought
You'd
when
think
I
it
was
would be
growing
flip
up,
flopped,
yes. I was like, it doesn't make any sense. Like the
But
lady on
it's not.
TikTok where she's like Sherbert. There's no R in Sherbert. There's no R in Sherbert. It's not spelled like Sherbert. It's spelled
there's
Sherbet.
not.
And, and it's just like those silly little things that make it just people question themselves like myself.
I guess I don't know how to spell sherbet.
There's not, right? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
The lady on TikTok was like, it's sherbet. It's not sherbert, but we call it sherbert.
Well,
But
it sounds like she's willing to die on that hill.
heel. I think that it's sherbet. Sherbet is, I think, how it's supposed to be, but we don't talk like that.
I think historical fiction would probably be easy to write because, you're loosely basing it on historical facts. So if you don't get your facts right, it's fiction. Like,
True.
is there an R in sherbet?
Now somebody's going to write a book about how Sherbert got started.
Now I feel like I
Okay,
have to look
so
this
guys,
up.
just to update you on the
Yeah.
sherbet debacle.
Well, I'm glad you looked it up because I was about to.
My laptop's dead. I can't.
Okay, sherbet is pronounced sherbet. It's the usual word for the frozen sweet dessert made from fruit or fruit juices. Sherbet, with an additional R in the second syllable and pronounced sherbet, is less commonly used. In Britain, sherbet is a sweet powder used to make a drink bubbly or eaten by itself. So, what they're saying is, it's just like the word canceled, whereas in Britain, they use canceled with 2 L's,
Yes.
but in America, we only use 1 L. So it's the same thing, just spelt different. Tomato, tomato.
So there is 2 spellings of sherbet, is what you're telling us.
I definitely
Yeah.
spell canceled with 2 L's. I definitely do.
And it's still spelled right. It's just not commonly used over here, you know?
Oh wow.
Oh, shucks.
Words are
We just
hard.
learned some
Truly.
history.
But nonfiction, fiction. I mean, you would think that it would be non. Non is not real. Not real.
Yeah, it makes total sense to me, but
It really traumatized me as a child.
yeah,
It
that's
did.
how I remembered it because it was stupid.
Literally, the title of the article says Sherbert isn't wrong.
Validated.
Wow, that was a random tangent.
We got lost.
Welcome to the podcast. I love the podcast because we can get lost. We can kind of veer off a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of lost. Uh-oh.
But
Now, how do we get back from here?
Well, we were talking about what the world building, weren't we? And how it is unique to each and every person. The process is different. And I just find it really interesting that there's not a set.
Way to do it?
No, yeah, there's not I was going to say map. Trying to find another word for map. There's not a set way to do it. It really is a unique creative process per the individual. And then
Yes.
what?
I said it very much is. Like even the professionals say there's not like any one way to do the writing process. It's all unique.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I could ever be a writer. I think my brain goes in so many different directions.
It might be the
I don't
best
think I
story
could.
ever, though.
I don't think I could keep it all straight. And people would be like, "What?" It's like Kayla. She would hate my story because I would be bouncing around all over the place. This doesn't make any sense.
listen, as long as it had a little bit of romance, I'd be fine.
A
Here
little
are the pink
lovey-dovey
pages,
mushy
guys.
stuff.
Girl.
I feel like I'm a good ideas person, but actually getting it, like articulating it, or demonstrating it in real life is just not my thing.
I think
Making
you
it
just
tangible.
overthink.
Yeah. Well, you know me really well. Yeah.
I feel like that's the same as like for me, man, I have things I want to say in an argument or in a conversation, but
3 hours
darn it,
later.
if I just can't get the words out. But if I put them on the page, they sound like a beautiful piece of poetry.
So, like when
Really
you're in the
good.
heat of an argument and later you think, man, I should have said that.
That's
Yes,
definitely
I do
me.
that all the time.
It's
I do
definitely
I'm
too.
me.
like, actually,
I see that little girl meme. Actually.
actually.
Mm.
I haven't written poetry in forever. There was someone that came across my path and kind of inspired me to write poetry again.
What?
And so
When?
I found myself, you'll know who it is when I tell you, but
Mm.
I'll find myself like saying these little tiny little snippets throughout the day. And so I feel like it's bubbling up, coming out. I love it. It's been a long time.
I have
I only
all
write
my
poetry
poetry in my closet.
when I'm very
Kaylee.
angry.
Oh, really? I listen to scream metal when I'm angry.
Yeah, I
I
do
don't
that
understand
too.
any of the words. Yeah.
On the way home, I listen to Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit
Yeah.
from school.
You know what? You guys know what I'd be listening to in all moods.
Yeah.
KK.
Because she's got one for every mode. Although, can we talk today? I feel like there is a curse on that song, or it is a spell of some kind. The Sabrina Carpenter song, Nobody's Son, that was in my head all freaking
That
day.
parade is corrupt.
Just that part. And it don't matter what I did. I tried to listen to podcasts. I tried to listen to different music. It would just come right back.
There is something in that song because I've been, like, it's been stuck in my head, too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to hate it. But not Taylor. Taylor, there's a song for everyone. I still want to listen to what is it? I listened to 1989. I listened to Reputation, which was so good. So good. For those of you that don't know, I have been against Taylor Swift since I can remember.
Same.
And since meeting Miss Baylie,
Just
she's
gave
turned
her a
me
little
on.
nudge over the edge.
Well, she does. She drops little seeds here and there. And now I'm becoming like, my entire Instagram feed is Taylor Swift.
It's
You're
literally
welcome.
all day, every day, guys. Like,
That is so
admire her
That's
writing.
exciting. That's exciting that the, like, two of the albums that you've started to like are actually, that's a lot, like, so she has been working with, like, the same producer for a hot second now, and she's worked with all kinds of different producers. But the two producers that she worked heavily with on the 1989, and the Reputation album with are the only two producers she uses on this newest album that's going to be coming out October 3rd. So,
Oh. So I'm going to love that one. I wanted to listen, well, we were talking about poetry and it made me think of is it Folklore?
yeah.
yes, Folklore and
Probably.
Evermore are, like, very, like, I'm running through the woods with a candlestick and my
Yes.
white dress is blowing in the background.
Yes. It's me. I love it.
I
Yeah,
admire her writing, for sure.
she is an amazing lyricist. Really, truly. Madly, deeply. Yeah, she's beautiful. But speaking of music, Baylie and Kayla,
Yes.
do you guys use music as inspiration for writing?
Yes.
And do you have to switch it up as far as like whatever scene you're working in? You know, you're listening to one of your favorite songs, but you're like, no, not feeling that. We got to go in a different direction. Turn on some Limp Bizkit. Let's go.
Let's break something.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, I
I
can imagine.
I
Baylie
think
Do you
if I
guys
ever
have
wrote a book,
go-to music?
what?
Do you have go-to music? We know what Bailey's is.
Alex Warren? Is that his name?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Also, I got to attribute, you guys turned me on to that guy too. It was actually Kayla and Baylie this time. But I had no idea who he was or what that song was.
yeah, I don't
Was
know
it
who you're talking
Ordinary
about.
something? Yeah.
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
I
Yeah,
do
you
know
do.
that
Yeah, you
song.
do. Yeah, you
Yes,
do.
I said it, and then I was like, yeah, that guy.
I listened to
Yeah.
somebody play that on a violin on TikTok the other day, and I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah, that violin guy is pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like if I need epic love or heartbreak, it's definitely him. And then if it's
Oh, did you see
romantic,
Luke Combs even sang his song
yes.
with him?
I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Listen, we watch the videos. We don't remember who sends them to us, okay?
Right.
That's true.
Right.
There's so many. So epic love and romance is Alex Warren for Kayla. And then what else, Kay?
Cam,
Oh, yeah.
not the Burning House song, the other one. Oh my god, what is it? It's mine and Josh's song, actually. One of
I
them.
do
that
like
song.
that Burning House song.
Joe, you know what song I'm talking about because I sent it to you.
To the end.
Hey,
At
Taylor
the
burns
end.
the house down.
Taylor does burn a house down. She's like,
I can relate anything back to Taylor. I'm sorry. Hush.
everything can come back to Taylor.
You can't see my face right now, but my eyes was rolling so hard. I think one got stuck.
I can feel it. I don't actually listen, like, so, like, when I'm writing, I don't actually listen to music. Like, I can do the, like, the vibey stuff, like, the kind of, like, Celtic, like, you know, you can hear the water running down the river, like, a little
Like
bit of, like,
instrumental.
instrumental in the background. But I can't listen to anything that has, like, words in it because I have
Yeah.
a terrible habit with my ADHD where it's like, I want to stop writing and I want to sing the song and I can't focus on both.
That makes sense. For
I
me,
would
it just
I
makes
probably
mean,
do
me feel
that
that
too.
emotion that I'm
I
I
mean,
looking
would
for.
get up and dance.
that's how I clean. I sing and clean. So.
Yeah, I'll usually like listen something like before a writing session. I'll like, or there's things like during the day, like as far as music goes, that'll kind of like inspire me to write things a certain way. But in the moment, I can't really listen to like the artists that I would love to listen to
That
while
makes
I'm writing
sense.
because I will think.
What inspires each one of you guys?
Oh my gosh. That's so
What
funny
like?
you asked that.
Oh, really? Did you get
Yeah,
inspired earlier?
no, my son on the way home from school, he's 10, and he
Oh.
said, when the teachers ask me what inspires me, I tell them Optimus Prime. When he says, there's no victory without sacrifice.
Aw.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, you guys, I have an, you know, remember the fat heads? Remember the fat
Yeah,
Yeah.
heads? They're
Yeah.
big.
Oh yeah.
I have an Optimus Prime on my wall, and it's
Oh
on
my
my wall
goodness.
Nice.
to this day. Like, I have not taken him down.
My littlest boy is obsessed with Transformers, and I was like, oh, well, that's
I'm
good.
my car was a old beater, and I used to call it an Autobot. So I was very
That's so
upset.
cute.
But I was also in high school when it came out. So
Right, he's watching all the old ones and the new ones, and
yeah,
his first vehicle is going to be, a Peterbilt semi.
I love that.
Aw.
Okay. What
Can't believe
inspires
he's
me?
10.
I know.
Yeah. What inspires? Like, I think music would definitely be mine. Like, what
Yeah,
inspires me? And drawing or painting. But how do I
oh,
even get to the drawing and painting? It would be definitely music.
I can't draw or paint anything. I'm horrible.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but I like doing it, so I call it
So it's
that,
like
but I'm
all my
sure.
stuff is abstract.
Exactly.
It has
Just,
to be abstract. But
yeah.
yeah, there's a reason behind it because I think that everybody sees their own art within that abstract piece, and I love that. I love
Mm.
that because something could be channeling through me, but it's for me to see, and then, you know, Deb is going to see something different. And I
Deb
love
is, yeah, not an artist. Like, I'm
that. You are.
not very creative. I can see stuff and get, like, inspiration and try to make my own, but it's usually an epic fail. So, it's just not for me. But music does inspire me to clean.
You're creative. Your
Oh,
classroom looks amazing.
yeah.
Ooh, I
I
love
don't know.
seeing bathroom pictures.
I'll have to send you one.
They're always so cute. I'm like, if like I don't
Mine's
interior
not cute.
decorate
I don't know what
anything.
Kayla's talking about.
Your desk that took us forever to freaking cover, for one.
Oh, well, I got a new desk that's not covered, so
Oh
yeah.
What?
no, you just
All
I
work
my other,
haven't
hard.
made it upstairs this year.
yeah, my other desk drawers wouldn't open anymore, so I had to steal another desk, and I haven't covered it yet.
You should have took my old one
Um,
from Mr. Cosgrove's room.
Yeah.
that's so disappointing.
I know. Now I'm sad. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to cover my dang desk.
You guys, getting those stupid bubbles out.
Oh yeah. Just some fancy contact paper.
Guys, I made a new creature while we've been sitting here.
What you mean?
Oh, yes.
What is
Yes.
it?
It's a little.
Optimus
I'm
Prime.
calling it a flutterbee, but
Oh,
it's like a mix of a bumblebee with a butterfly. I just thought that would be cute.
Aw.
that
Sounds
is
pretty cute.
cute. Is it going to have the attributes that we talked about last night? I can talk.
I thought about that, but I feel like I'm like trying to describe what Eldridge is seeing right now, like in the moment. You know how like you like during the spring you're just sitting in a meadow or in the woods and you just see all these little bees and bugs kind of buzzing around because everybody's like Twitter pated, you know,
Oh, yeah.
everybody's doing their thing. So I'm almost just like kind of want to use them as imagery, but anytime I create a character, I want it to like make sense for the environment. So even
Right.
if it only if it's in one scene, I still want it to have kind of like a backstory. And I feel like that's something that J.K. Rowling did a lot with her creatures, and I'm going to take inspiration from them and want to know like how would this creature survive in this habitat, and what is its job, like, you know, all of the things, even though it might be in one sentence.
That really makes sense because that's how your scene comes to life, right? With what's surrounding the person and what they're seeing.
Yeah, that one thing can like help me write an entire paragraph, or even sometimes like help me paint an entire scene in several paragraphs. So
Yeah.
I think the more descriptive I am, even if that description isn't going down on page, it still kind of helps me build the world.
A flutterbee. You know what creature I'm obsessed with right now? The bush babies on TikTok.
What is
What are
that?
those?
Bush
They look
baby.
like little flying squirrels, but they're not. They don't have like the
Oh,
webbed
oh my
legs.
gosh.
Those
Yes.
tiny things that are furry and they're brushing them with toothbrushes and they're
Oh,
jumping everywhere.
I've always wanted one of those, but they're just
Me
so much.
too. Yeah,
Uh,
I've been down the wormhole watching those videos. Maybe you need a
Oh my
bush
gosh.
baby in your story.
and an owl.
Okay, so this wasn't exactly what I thought it was, but I think they're closely related.
It might
Oh
be
my
called
god.
something else.
Because the bush babies are also
why? Wait.
the ones
Why are they called bush babies? What's the bush?
Maybe
they're
they
called
live
bush
in a
babies because
bush?
they're from the
Kayla.
they
We got lost again.
they are from the sub-Saharan Africa, so they're from the bush, so they're called bush babies.
I gotcha.
See?
Great assist.
I'm going to have
I
to
think
send you a
that
video.
Yeah, they're
yes,
super cute.
we need to know.
But they're nocturnal, so they do this jumping around your house all night.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, I know what the ones I'm thinking about. Sugar gliders.
Yes, yes. They're similar looking. Like they got the same beady eyes and
I've always
ears.
wanted a sugar glider,
But they
but
have,
they're
the sugar gliders have like the web between their front paw and rear paw.
These
These ones
names are
just
so
got
amazing.
kangaroo
they're like
feet.
flying squirrels. They can glide through the air.
Yeah, I've always wanted one of those.
I'm wondering if we can create a creature in Bailey's book called Sugar Puss.
Oh my god.
What? I think it would be cute. I feel like she could do something like that. It would be in the wood. Like
Can you
Sugar
say
Puss
that
in the
again,
wood.
Tom?
What?
Can you say that again for me, please?
I just I just wanted to
I think
She
we
didn't
need to
catch
work on
herself
the
when
name
she
a
said
little
it.
bit, but
love that for you, Joe.
Whoops.
This is great brainstorming. I love where we're going with it.
Well, you were talking about little Easter eggs. Might work.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You never know what you're going to find in the forest.
You never know what you're going to find on the podcast.
Oh, this is why I need to stay quiet. Sorry.
No, it's not.
No, I love it.
You give great ideas.
Now I just want to work that in just for the heck of it.
I mean, valid though. You do have a scene where it's the wild wood, right?
I have several scenes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about working in that exact phrase.
That
Come
would
here, sugar
totally
butt.
throw off your whole scene.
But you want to know what's awful about it is I didn't even realize what I was saying until after Baylie said, "Okay, I need you to say that one more time." I didn't even
think I
realize
did it
what was.
right.
I'm so naive. Oy vey. Wow, that's funny.
I'm a 12-year-old boy, so.
I love it. I love it.
I think like a teenager because I spend too much time around them.
Yes. It's hard to tell what's going to come out of their mouths.
Yeah. It is
Same.
entertaining.
Same.
Wow.
Yeah.
Joe's completely got us sidetracked.
Again. Sorry.
She's the scout we put at the beginning of the group. And she gets us there, but we go to 5 different other places where, we're just sightseeing on the way.
Well, we were talking about Flutterby, we were talking about sugar gliders, then we were talking about flying squirrels, and then we were talking about this and that and this and that. So we can go back to Flutterby.
Yeah,
I
I
think
really
it's
got
a
a new
very cute
creature out
name.
of this.
It's
It's
a very
successful.
cute name. Yes.
I did. And he's cute. Actually,
Did you already make a picture?
I want to
I
see.
did.
See, you guys are so creative.
It could be a little bit more creative looking.
Does he have any special powers?
Let me see here.
Like, does the pollen that falls off his legs wilt stuff? Instead of,
Talk about creative. What did
growing.
you just do right there? See? You're
No, that was
creative.
creative. I hadn't even thought that far yet.
Yeah.
I was kind of just being a smartass. I'm good at that.
Keep going, keep going. I like what you're doing.
That's almost like a Pokemon with like a tower.
Yeah. I don't know. I love everything that has special powers. Minus sarcasm. If I had one.
Oh my gosh. What are our superpowers?
I don't have one.
Joe's is getting sidetracked.
Kindness.
I think that you are very, you definitely have like that Southern charm superpower where you can make even not the nicest not the nicest thing sound really sweet. And people don't even recognize that it's done until later on in life. They're like, holy shit, 20 years later. I think that's a superpower.
Yep. What about you, Joe? What would your superpower be?
In real life, or I think my superpower in real life is making the best out of any situation.
That's a great power to have, really. You're always looking at the bright side.
I mean, it's a struggle most of the time, but yeah, I do. I try. It's a practice. How about you?
Me?
Your sarcasm, Bailey. What about
Yes,
you?
definitely sarcasm.
I don't know. I don't know what mine would be, to be
Baylie,
honest.
you're so creative in like your wardrobe. Everything that you do is
True.
creatively.
It's art. Yeah,
Fashion. I can get us anywhere in style. Is that what we're
Yes.
saying?
true.
Even who
But you
else?
also make everything fun. Like you can turn a situation around, um,
I do love that about
and
myself.
make it fun.
Deb is like that too, though.
I
She's
Mm,
think
But
good
that's
at
a
Deb's
good
bringing
also
trait.
people out of their
sarcastic.
shell.
What's my sarcasm? That's my power.
I'm witty.
Yes, that's a good one. You are very witty.
I'd love to be witty.
I feel like my brain moves too slow for that.
Mine doesn't always work, but if I've had enough sleep and I've eaten something,
If
I'm
all
like,
the stars have aligned.
you need to put the brakes on that one. You're doing too much.
I'm
No, I would
surprised
be.
not one of you guys sang that song.
What song?
Taylor Swift song.
Oh, well, probably know it.
What
Which
song?
Gosh.
one? Style?
I don't know. Is that in a
I don't know
song?
I don't know what was just said. It didn't compute.
She's
You're
working on
doing too
Flutterby.
much.
I'm not versed in
Oh,
all the Taylor Swift songs, so.
a lot of her songs talk about being too much because everybody thinks she is too much.
Well, yeah.
But we're not. Such a big emphasis on just labels and stuff. We're just all really unique and wonderful in our own
Yeah,
way.
I
everybody
concur.
is.
As long as they're nice, yes.
They better be nice.
That's
I'm
right.
coming for them.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hate to leave you, but I gotta go get my kid from practice.
Bye, pal. Thanks for hanging out.
So,
Goodbye.
yeah, it was great talking to
Bye.
y'all. Bye.
Likewise. Goodbye. And then there were three.
The three.
Musketeers.
Like, what is it? The power of three will set you free. Is that
Oh yeah,
charm?
girl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that. Guys, I cannot wait for the new Practical Magic to come out.
I am so nervous that they're gonna mess it up.
I would hope not. Sandra Bullock's got a lot of love for it, but
Is she like the new grandma or auntie?
I don't know. Haven't.
I saw a picture and I don't know. I didn't have time to research to see if it was like, you'll see the stuff out there that's like fake,
Yeah.
but it was her and Nicole Kidman at the top of the poster, and at the bottom of the poster there was like two sets of girls.
Yeah,
So I
I
don't
think
know.
all those are fake. Sorry.
Okay, that's what I thought because I was like, what?
Because if you like look close, it's the same girl as both sets of twins.
Okay.
And I don't think they would have one person play. But I mean, you never know, I guess. But I think they were fake. They look AI.
That is one of my like comfort watches. Like I just put it on and have it on in the background. I used to watch that all the time growing up.
It's just a nice
When is it coming out?
until next year.
Practical Magic. What's another movie you guys are excited to see? I feel like a bunch of trailers have dropped.
That Wuthering Heights one, I know people are salty about it, but I'm very excited about it. And I
You
still
know
have to
what?
watch the one with Tom Hardy.
I think that it is an interesting take on the classic.
I
Uh,
am keeping an open mind until I watch it. I
I've
love the
heard
book. I love all the old ones, so we'll see.
I've heard they just ran some of the test screening, and the reviews are kind of like mixed. It's obviously like people are saying it's like it's not the classic take on Wuthering Heights,
And that
but
sucks because it's such a good story. Like,
I think this kind of remake of it is more the vibe of it really gives off Midsommar. I don't know if you guys saw
yes.
that movie. It's more of like a horror, but it kind of gives those vibes. Like whoever was like the director
Well,
of
and
the looks very similar to this.
Wuthering Heights is a darker themed book,
Yeah,
so that makes
it's more like
sense. But,
gothic, I think.
yeah, and Jane Eyre was a darker.
I think that looks fantastic. Netflix just dropped a trailer for I think it's called Monster, the Ed Gein story. If you guys know anything about Ed Gein, he's like one of the most fascinating serial killers.
I have seen that, and I do want to watch it. I don't like obsess over like murder mysteries or anything like that, or like the serial killers, but I do like a good story. So
Yeah, he was an inspiration for like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, Silence of the Lambs. Like this is the guy that inspired all of those stories. So
yeah, they
when
I'm
I'm
mentioned
watching
earlier.
stuff like that, I'm like
Yep.
crying, and I'm saying prayers for the souls that have been lost.
yeah, I
To
don't
get
really watch
overwrought.
scary movies, but if it has to do with there's just something about that genre of like I mostly like watch documentaries about serial killers,
Yeah,
but I
it's the
don't
data
typically,
probably.
yeah, it's just more so like research and like,
Learning behaviors.
yeah, it's like how did they get to where they were? And
Hmm.
like learning their backstory and how those events shaped their brain for them to get that way. And I think learning about them and knowing helps, um, it brings light to the victims that they took and helps bring their stories forward because some people just don't know.
Do you guys think some people are just born evil? Like there was no kind of trauma that possessed them to be horrible. They just were born that way.
I think we
Yeah.
all inherently have bad in us, but we all have good too. And I think maybe, yeah, they were probably born that way, but just based on my research, like a lot of it is like they might not have been quite right in the head, but also their situations put them in a place where they never had the chance to be right in the head, and things made their circumstances worse. And I'm not supporting their behavior at all. At all. You shouldn't take your trauma out on other people. But maybe there are people that have been and always will be that way. But it's really hard to know unless there's like academic proof of, like, I know that's why a lot of scientists and stuff are very interested in serial killers, because they want to know what makes their brain tick and why they are the way that they are. And I think it's really important to also know, like, there are signs. There's signs prior to major events taking place, and the fact that those signs go unignored is part of the problem.
Yeah. So, like, people like Gypsy Rose. Do you
Who's
know
that?
anything about her?
Yes. So she's not really a serial killer. She
Oh, no, but
had
she
a
plotted
one-time
murder
incident.
people.
Yeah, but her
I mean, I
mom
know
had
there are different
Munchausen.
categories.
Yeah,
But
her mom had Munchausen by proxy, and I think Gypsy doing what she did was her trying to escape her situation that she was in, because she wasn't actually sick. Her mom was making her sick and making doctors think she was sick and lying about her age, and there was a lot of stuff that took place before Gypsy did what she did. I think, I'm not saying that it was the correct way to go about anything, but I think at the time, in the situation that she's in, I think that's the only way she thought she could escape.
okay, but she like plotted it with her boyfriend. Like, if you're smart enough to plot murder, why don't you just leave and get like do your own?
Well, she was very unawares of the real world. She was locked up tight. I think the boyfriend did most of the plotting. I'm not saying that she didn't have any part of it, because, like, you can't just, like, plot murder with somebody and not say you didn't have part of it. But I feel, I don't want to speak for her, but I feel that she might not do that again. I think she learned her lesson.
But she's still very manipulative. If you follow her on any kind of social media,
Yep, she learned that from her mama.
Yeah, but I mean, every behavior you can change. I learned a lot of things from my parents, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
You're absolutely right.
So, going back where I was going with this anyways, book characters, like how much of that do we see in book characters, and even like romantasy?
Like the building of the behavior.
Yeah. Like, every story, no matter what genre it is, has a villain of some sort. How much of a backstory do you think a villain needs to be a good villain, I guess?
So I think you have the stories where, like, they're just a villain. You don't hardly get any backstory. They're just kind of the way that they are. And then you have the stories where, like, their whole background is laid out for you, and the author, or the narrator, as you would say, does a good job of, like, trying to make you feel bad for said character. And I think that's where it leans into the more, like, morally gray. Not that their behavior is anything that should be supported, but
Interesting.
you start to feel more of, like, a human emotion towards them. Like, oh my God, I feel bad. I was sitting here, like, shaming them. They just went through all of this stuff in their past that nobody even knew about. They were suffering in silence.
Yeah, like Tamlin.
There it is.
He just needed therapy, okay? The boy needed therapy. He was like the meathead that doesn't want to get any help. So fine.
But that's see, when you were talking about building a character and a villain, I was thinking to myself, I think that it would be really wonderful for a book to explode in like the best way possible, best-selling wise, when it's the shadow work. It's the self that is the actual victim or the villain, coming out as a victim, but they're actually the villain by making themselves the victim. That makes sense. Does that track at all for anybody?
Yeah.
I feel like I just watched a TikTok video on a book exactly like that, but I don't remember who it was by.
Like, and then I like, I also got like, I saw like the best advice on TikTok, and I really, really wish I could remember who the creator was. But they had a fantastic idea where it's like, if you feel like your story has all these plot holes, you should write your story from the villain's perspective, and it backfills everything in.
Yes, I've seen that too, but I don't
Yeah.
remember who. And that does make sense, because if you're trying to see what motivates your villain to do what they're doing and driving the storyline, then that makes sense.
And I think that falls into where, like, I was saying earlier, like, several weeks ago, like, trying to build a character, like, giving them more depth. And I was struggling with that.
So,
Okay.
have you fixed that yet, or are you in the process of fixing that? How did you fix that?
How do you fix that? How do you apply more depth to a character?
I don't feel like it's like 100% solved. Of course, like, you don't want to like just give your character trauma because it's a cool thing to do.
Trauma. Yeah.
But it's like, well, how else do you build a character, especially a character who, in essence, maybe hasn't gone through all of the things like a typical main character might have. You read a lot of like dark romance, like these characters have been through some things, and so it shapes and builds them in a certain light. But like, what do you do with a character that doesn't feel like they've had so much trauma?
But she's actually like living the trauma. We're like experiencing firsthand with her. We're walking with her.
Yeah, I think
building
my
that.
story is a lot of like, you're living the trauma as it's happening to my character. It's not in the past, it's the present.
Yeah.
And it might not be anything super major, but like, if everybody in your life has lied to you and you're just now finding out, like, who do you feel like you can trust in that moment? Like, that's a pretty big character arc.
Yeah, it is. That's. I already had trust issues. It would be really hard for me.
And I think that's an interesting take. Like, I'm not at all the first person to do it, but I feel like a lot of stories that we see right now is like, I feel like a lot of the character building has happened prior, and so you have all these backstories and everything, but like, I didn't go that route.
No. I find that interesting. I find the story interesting because of that, though, because I'm finding out in real time, the same time as she is, and my emotions are wild and crazy. I can't imagine her as an individual. Well, I
We
try
have to
to
give her
actually.
drama as we go.
I do try.
We have it.
Well, I can't wait. Sorry. Wait for more to come out, Baylie.
I'm like excited to be done with it so people can like read it because it's like all these things are floating around in my head and I'm just like catching them as I go and throwing them on paper.
So how long has it been, do you think, that since you've actually like written?
Well, before yesterday, it was like probably like 3 or 4 weeks since I had last been in the document. Like the last time I had opened it, it said like August 4th, but I think I had just opened it. I didn't do anything in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it had been maybe prior to August.
Well, sometimes you just need that break.
Well, yeah, I was thinking like, don't authors say like their characters will come to them and like we'll know they'll have to get it out on paper, like they'll have to get it out.
Yeah.
And sometimes they, go to the back recesses and they're just not presenting themselves. And I feel like authors, or we would call that writer's block, but is it really writer's block, or is it just that, the characters that back there figuring out their own story?
I think for every author, there's always a part of the story that's just difficult to write. Because you're like, I know where I want the story to go. I just don't know where I want the journey to take me as I'm trying to get there. And like, especially if you're writing in multiple POVs, like I am, you're using those to help drive the story forward. And so like, if you don't necessarily want a scene to be known, if that's something you want to come out later, then you don't write in that character's POV and then you switch the character. Or if you feel like you need to backtrack, like let's say the two characters are in separate places, if you want to backtrack and fill the reader in on more detail about the village that they live in and all of that stuff that you haven't touched on yet. Like I think writing in multiple POVs can be very helpful in definitely in like the world building aspect. And also too, like you get to know the characters a little bit more, so they feel more personable. They don't just feel like a name on the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm excited. I wish everything would hurry the hell up. So silly.
It will get there.
I know. Everything in its own time.
Yeah, like
Kayla
it
sounded
took
like
me.
she was zipping stuff up, so I don't know where she's going, what she's doing.
I was like, who's packing up?
I know. We're going on a camping trip.
Yeah, I think
looking for my watch charger, and I was checking my suitcase because I can't find the damn.
the hardest chapters to write are the ones that like there's not a ton going on, but you kind of need like a breath of fresh air or like a pause and some more introspection so that you can develop more of the character. But it's like, those aren't always the scenes that you want to write. Like, maybe you want the fast-paced, and I've also heard, like, a lot of authors have a hard time writing fight scenes because, like, who uses a sword and fights with it in real life? Like,
I've heard that too. Like, how are they going to move? What foot are they putting their weight on? Like, that's all things that you have to think about.
That's a
my
lot to think
Google
about.
my Google history is pretty interesting when it comes to searching things for my book.
Well, ladies, it's been a lot of fun. Baylie, thank you so much for hanging out.
Fun.
We're so excited for you to finish your book
Mm-hmm.
and get started on the second one. We're ready.
Document open. Second book started. Ooh, maybe I can write at the same time.
Oh my God.
I mean, maybe that'll get your juices going, Maybe.
Beep beep. Into delusion land.
Well, it depends on what kind of scene. I guess the juices would be flowing.
See, there we go. There we go. Love it. Love it. All right, guys. It was fun. I'll talk to you later.
Baylie, give a shout out. Like, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok. It's Baylie Taggart, author is my author page. You can also find me at the Eighth Horcrux on TikTok as well. I'm trying to build up my Instagram page. My Instagram page is going to be the same as my author account, so Baylie Taggart author. But yeah, that's all my socials.
Go give her a follow, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, ladies, for being here. See you next week.
See
See you next week.
ya. Bye.
Bye.